What is up, everybody? Welcome to week two starts, sits. I guess not starts, sits, whatever you guys questions you have for week two. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I was just running around and forgot that I'd started this, and so had to sprint back. But glad that you are here. Glad that we got 30 of us live right now. So I'm sorry. I really got to take a second and really think about how much working out I've been doing lately, because apparently it is not a lot, because I can't even run upstairs without absolutely dying. So, week two, we've had the Packers and Commanders play already. Packers won 27-18. And before we jump into this, I do want to remind you that we are concluding our jersey giveaway at the end of this. I'm going to get a text from one of the other two fellas, and they're going to let me know who our winner was at the end. So, if you want to be a part of that, make sure you are on the Fantasy Football Fellas, the podcast site, not the shorts, and just post one of your comments and let us know, and you will be entered in to win. We will announce that winner at 11:20 today. So we're starting a little earlier, going 10:30 to 11:30. But yeah, oh my gosh, guys, I am still out of breath. This is absolutely ridiculous. Not a great way to start. Um, but we can jump into some of your questions here. I'm gonna pull up real quick just so I have it in front of me as well, and I'm not just blindly answering my rankings for this week, which you can find over in our Discord. They are completely free. Every single week we do our top consensus of the list, so you can see that. They are not popping up. But our first question from Joel: Ricky Pearsall or Tet? I can tell you already, I'm going to get Tet on it. I don't need to salt the rankings too much. A big reason for that is like I like Ricky. I think he was good last week. However, you have Mac Jones, and I just don't want to play that game if I can avoid it. I have a bet right now going. It is a scary bet. It is. I bet on our last podcast. You can go watch. Over 12,000 views. And I thank you guys for that. I had bet that Keyshawn Booty outscores Ricky Pearsall this week. So we have a Canes on the line. It's a little double or nothing from last week. After I said Keenan Allen would pop off, and he did. So that's where I'm at. But I'm not overly down on Ricky Pearsall, but I do think that I have that as my wide receiver right now, and Ricky is my wide receiver. So a little bit of a discrepancy there. No, audio is messed up. Why is the audio messed up? Give me one second. Is the audio better now? Audio any better? Let me see. I'm just sitting here blabbing, and everybody's telling me the audio is best up. Is that better? Can I get a couple? Oh, there we go. All right. I forget when I'm not on with other people that they will put it through the speakers, and then it messes everything up. So that is my bad. I apologize completely. Let me completely start over because you don't even know what I was saying. So first off, fellas, we are giving away a Nico Collins signed jersey at 11:20 today. We've been doing the giveaway all week because we hit 5,000 subs. We're already up over 5,200. So over 250 of you joined us in the last week, which is awesome. So again, it's just a way to say thank you. So all you have to do is comment. Make sure you're on the fellas page, not the fellas shorts page. Subscribe over there. And like I said, I'm going to get a text from one of the fellas, and they'll let me know. This question: Ricky Pearsall versus Tet. I am going Tet, but I will dive in. I'll speed through a couple here, and then I will. We can talk some more. So let's see. Going to church soon, so we got to get this one done. Bucky Irvin, Dylan Sampson, Zach Charbonnet, Braylon Allen, or Caleb Johnson. Well, you got to start Bucky for sure. Bucky's that one's a non-negotiable to me this week. Other one I would go this week. I'm gonna go with Dylan Sampson again. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go with Zach Charbonnet. I'm gonna stick to my gut. I'm gonna go with Zach Charbonnet. I think he got enough carries last week that you can trust him. So go Zach there. Pick two: JMO, Tet, Pacheco, Cup, Tillman. Go with the first two. Don't overthink that one. JMO and Tet. Right there. James Cook or Breece Hall. What a great spot to be in. I am very bullish on Breece Hall again. I think he's the guy. I think he looks like 2022, I guess, would be early 2022 Breece once again. So definitely, I'm going Breece there, but I do think it's decently close. Jalen Waddle or Tyrone Tracy. Ooh. See, I wish this was easily Waddle, but Miami looked terrible. I'm still going to go Waddle, but it's closer than I'd like to admit. Genty or Harrison, you go Genty there. Or Henderson, not Harrison. Henderson. I think Genty's going to just get more work this game. I think Henderson maybe in the future could challenge him, but right now you have guaranteed work with Genty. So you take that. Wally, we'll come back to you real quick because I know you got to head out. But Keenan Allen, Jameson, or Devon, I'm still going Jameson there. So I think stick with Jameson. For sure. NFL fan, you're welcome. Thank you for asking your question. PPSA bros, Zay Flowers, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, or Ricky Pearsall. Pick your top two. My top two. I'm going to consult my rankings again, which you can find over in our Discord, which should be linked in the video if you're watching over on YouTube. And right now I got Ricky and I got Zay. Nope, I lied. Zay and Cortland are my two highest ranked out of the four right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go Zay and Cortland Sutton there. Chuba Hubbard, Emeka Egbuka, or JMO. So here's how this one shakes out. I personally have it JMO, Chuba, Emeka. Both of the fellas have it. Other two fellas, Tyler and Lucas, have it Emeka, JMO, Chuba. So I'm saying JMO, but I do understand if you're, want to lean Emeka. I just think he's a rookie. I think it's a decent matchup. I'm not quite trusting it 100% over the other two, but if you want to try to capitalize on last week, then for sure. White guy won. DJ Moore or Tet. I lean slightly Tet this week, but I am going to go Tet. Wally, you're welcome. AB 713, flex Chubb or Sutton. Sutton easily. I really hope Chubb can just prove me wrong one of these weeks. The issue is just he doesn't have the PPR upside that you like to see, right? Even last week, he wasn't bad. He got all the bulk of the carries. He just is not getting receiving upside. So he has to score to be relevant for your fantasy lineups. And that's kind of a scary place to be on a team with as bad of an offensive line as the Houston Texans have. Burrow or Herbert this week? I'm going Burrow to bounce back. AB, you are welcome. Thank you for asking your question. George Pickens or Emeka? I've been notably down on Emeka, but I am going to still go Emeka over Pickens in this situation, just because I think they're both as likely to be boom or bust. I'm just going to lean the guy that did it last week. But it is very close for me. Pickens or Ricky? I have Pickens higher. The other two fellas are a little bit higher on Ricky than I am, but I'm worried about Mac Jones starting. That's what it comes down to. I'm just a little bit nervous about that. You're welcome. Next, let's see. Hampton or Adams at the flex. Ooh, nice little spot to be. To be between those two. I'm gonna go. That one's very, very close. Very close. Man, I'm gonna lean Hampton just because I think it's a little safer being the running back, more guaranteed volume. But I think Adams has the higher ceiling this week. But I am gonna lean Hampton. But if you want more of a ceiling, then you can take it. Baseball Shorts, good to see you as always, my friend. Glad that you are here. I'm glad that you're joining us. Who should I start at my flex? Tet, Kamara, or Egbuka? I'm going to go Alvin Kamara here. I am. I know it's gross, but that is who I'm going to lean. However, I think, again, similar to the last question, Kamara to me feels more like a sure thing, whereas Tet and Egbuka have a much higher ceiling. So that's the way that you could take it there. Trevor, good to see you as well. ETN, Diggs, Downs, Kamara, Tet, Ridley. If you have to decide one of them, I'm gonna go Kamara here. The way I'd order it is Kamara, Tet, ETN, Ridley, Diggs, Downs. That's the order that I would go with those ones. Ridley or Jeudy? Let's consult the rankings on this one. I'm fairly certain I have Calvin Ridley ranked. I have Calvin Ridley ranked one spot higher than Jerry Jeudy, although I don't mind Jerry Jeudy as a start. It's just we have no idea what this Browns team looks like anymore. And so that's my concern because he does have a good matchup against Baltimore. But I'm going to go Ridley on that one. Jack Philly, you're welcome. You're welcome. Trevor, you're welcome as well. Thank you for asking your questions. Let's see. I'm trying to get people that I haven't answered yet. So if I've missed it, I'm trying my best to get to it. I promise. Ugh, I can't speak at all. This is why we usually have two, because I can't talk and then you guys get annoyed with me. But George Pickens, Jordan Mason, or Dylan Sampson. Which way we going there? So for me, that one's between Pickens and Mason. I hate keep saying this. No, I am just going to take Pickens straight up here. I am going to take Pickens over Mason. I think Mason, again, probably has the higher floor than Pickens does. Pickens has a much higher ceiling, though. And so I am going to go Pickens in this one. Although, if you're on Underdog Fantasy, promo code FELLAS over there. I'll flash it up there. Play 50. Play 5 to get 50. Use promo code FELLAS. I love Jordan Mason anytime touchdown this week. So I just want to throw that out there. Let's see. Ooh, a question from Robert over on Facebook. Facebook, we still love you. We'll get to you. We'll make sure we're getting to your guys' questions as well. Tony Pollard or Zach Charbonnet? I'm going to go Tony Pollard. The guaranteed volume for me is what I'm going to go with there. For sure. Ryan, of course, thank you for asking your question today. Trade Sampson for Fannin or Strange for Loveland? I think I'm going to hold on to both options. I'd trade Strange for Loveland, but I'm going to hold on to Sampson for right now. Just because Quinshon Judkins, if you did hear, is supposed to be playing today, but only 10 to 15 snaps. So I don't know if that's enough to cut into Sampson. They showed, hey, we're going to use him in the receiving game last week. We're going to throw the ball a lot. So I'm going to hold on to Sampson for now, just because it also sounds like Quinshon's pretty for sure going to get suspended soon coming up. Nico or Mike Evans? I'm fully believing in Nico Collins this week. I would love it if he could start both, but Nico Collins for me if you have to pick between the two. Elijah, gotta go soon. Oh, well then we better answer it quickly. Flex, Connor, Hampton, Pearsall, or Sampson. I'm gonna go with James Conner against Carolina. No, it was a little disappointing last week, but man, is that a juicy matchup against Carolina. Travis Etienne had that 70-yard rush and was still top 5 in yards per carry, even if you take that 70-yard rush away last week against Carolina. So definitely going to go Carolina. Would you start Travis Hunter over Tyreek Hill? I'm not there yet. I understand the panic, the concern. I'm still starting Tyreek Hill over Travis Hunter, but I do understand that we are getting close to full panic on these Miami Dolphins. Mason over on Facebook, Travis Hunter or Javonte Williams? Oh, I'm going to go Javonte against the Giants this week. Damn, I hate saying that. It feels gross, right? Travis Hunter's so much more fun, but I think I am going to go Javonte Williams. I do want to remind you guys real quick, too, as we're kind of going through this. Find the Fellas page. Remember, we have 2 YouTube pages that are both live right now. The Fellas podcast page, not the one that says Fellas Shorts. We're giving away a Nico Collins signed jersey today at 11:20. So make sure that you are popping over there. As long as you comment on this video or one of our past videos, I'm going to get a text from one of the fellas, and I will drop who the winner is today, and we will send that out to you. Elijah Moore, you are welcome. Thank you for asking your question. Man, my wife must think I'm just wild for yelling that, but that's all right. Eric Johnson, Travis Etienne, Tet McMillan, Calvin Ridley. Need one. All right, I'll just order them for you. I'm going to go McMillan, Etienne, Ridley this week. I really want to say Etienne more, and it feels like I should, but I still think no, I am going to go. I'm going to stick with what I've said. I'm going to say Tet, Etienne, Ridley, but I do think it's very close between Etienne and McMillan this week. Jaden Higgins or Trey Benson? I'm going to go Trey Benson. I think we saw enough. They're playing against a bad run defense. Jaden Higgins, it was pretty much Nico as far as snaps go, and then everybody else, and they're trying to figure that out. I don't want a part of that this week, so I'm going to go Trey Benson in that one. Like getting a little gross there. Jacob, you're pulling out the heartstrings here, dude. Keyshawn Boutte. I want to say him. I do, but I can't start him over Mike Evans. I do think he's a better start than Ricky Pearsall. Me and Lucas made on our most recent podcast another Canes bet, a double or nothing after last week. And I said Keyshawn will outscore Ricky Pearsall this week. So I really need that to come true, but I don't know if I'm bold enough to start him over Mike Evans. They are flying in right now off of Facebook, so we'll try to grab a couple of those. Mike, Pickens or Hunter? I'm going to go Pickens there. Samson or Chubb? Oh, I have them back to back. I have Chubb one spot higher. So I think I'm going to lean Chubb, but it is very, do you want the receiving upside or the rushing upside? You're going to get one or the other. I'm going to lean Chubb, but it is very close for me there. Where do you have a Justin Herbert ranked this week? Would you start Justin Fields over him? So again, you can find our rankings over on our Discord, which should be linked in the video. They're completely free each week. Right now, I have Justin Herbert ranked as my quarterback 8. I have Justin Fields ranked as my quarterback 6. So I would start Justin Fields over him. Again, very close, I believe, but I'm definitely going to ride Fields. Bob's with us as well. He said that he would ride Fields. PPSA, bro, it's just because I clicked on it. I will answer your question. I won't leave you in the suspense. I'm going to go Juwan Johnson this week. I can't believe I'm saying that. But after the usage last week, I'm gonna ride it again. I'm gonna try the hot hand here one more time. Pick one: Judy, Hunter, Jalen, Warren, Pollard. Oh, thank you, and Olave. I was worried that this was gonna get too gross for me, and I didn't want to pick, but I am gonna go Pollard out of these guys here. Henry, pick one: Keon Coleman, Tet, Jamo, Odunze. Ooh, I'll order them real quick for you. I'm gonna go Tet, Jamo, Odunze, Keon. I liked what Keon did last week. He is going to line up against Sauce, who, you can debate overrated, underrated, however you want to. But I do think that Keon, I'm just not going to quite trust for one more week. But if he shows what he did last week, then he's going to become a lock in your lineups. C-Dog, hello. Thank you for joining us. I saw these one. Baseball shorts, Juwan Johnson or Colson Loveland. And is Loveland droppable? I need a spot for Judkins to come off IR. I am going to go Juwan Johnson. I think that's the right call. Is he droppable? He's probably is droppable right now. But I do think he's going to be relevant later on. So, you can kind of play that game of another team picking him up. But I think that he is droppable for right now as far as tight ends go. Let's see. Let's pick one here. Keon Coleman, Emeka Egbuka. Oh, why did I pick this one? Ridley or Sutton? I go Sutton, Egbuka, Ridley, Coleman this week is the way that I go. Bad, awesome, ape. Butte, Fannin, or Thornton. I'm going to go Kayshawn here. Big Kayshawn believer this week. I really hope he doesn't let me down. Otherwise, I'm going to feel very, very silly. Jamo or Hollywood. I'm going to still lean Jamo, although I do think Hollywood could have a decent game. I think now that they are game planning for Hollywood, the Eagles are, I think that it's going to not be quite as great as it was last week. Baseball shorts, you are welcome. Thank you for asking the question, and thank you for joining us as you do pretty much every single week. Jonah, you're welcome as well. Tyler, don't worry, I saw your question. I will get to it. DK or Zay Flowers? I'm gonna go with DK Metcalf here. I still believe. I think last week was good. I think it could have been a lot better, but I am going to go DK there. Danny over on Facebook, Chuba or Ridley. I'm going to go Chuba. C-Dog, Quentin Johnson, DJ Moore, Hollywood Brown, non-PPR. Not that it changes it too much, but I am going to order it DJ Hollywood Quentin this week. Jordan Mason or Kenneth Walker. I hate how close this is. And what I hate more is that I have Jordan Mason ranked higher because I really like Mason this week. So I'm going to go Mason, which is it could bite me in the butt. Man, the right answer is probably Kenneth, but I do have Jordan Mason ranked. That one I would. Kenneth Walker probably has a higher ceiling. I think Jordan Mason has a safer floor this week, just because we don't know. We just don't know how much Kenneth Walker's going to get used if he's healthy again. Hello from Mexico. Love to hear it. Devontae or ETN? I'm going to go Devontae, but I think it's very close. I like ETN as well, but I'm going to go Devontae. I'm glad we're going international here, guys. That's pretty big for us getting international. We should be excited about that in the chat. I just want to make myself laugh. That's the only reason I do this. Dalton Kincaid or Colston Loveland. I'm going Dalton Kincaid after what we saw last week from Loveland. Cole Kmet dominated the snaps. Still being used more, so I think they're gonna ease leveling into this offense. So I am going to go Kincaid. Dak or Mahomes? Give me Mahomes. Give me Mahomes. But it is close. Ingram or Strange, then K9 or Monty. I'm going to go K9 over Monty. And whoa, do we have a injury update on Evan Ingram? Is he playing full go? I haven't seen, actually. Can somebody clarify? Kane, I'll come back to that first one. If somebody in the chat can clarify that for me of do we have an Evan Ingram injury update? Alrighty. Luke, Sutton, Harrison Jr., McConkey, Pearsall, start 3. I'm going to start the first 3. Ricky's the one I'm not going to choose. Jack's got us. He says he's playing. Jack, do we know, is there any restrictions or have they not said anything? They might not have said anything, right? Sean Payton doesn't usually put anything out. So if that is true, then I'm going to go Evan Ingram. Kane, you're welcome. Jack, thanks for the assist on that one, my guy. Brian over on Facebook. Hollywood. George Pickens, I'm going to assume. Jacoby Myers. Rome Odunze, Tet McMillan. You want to know what feels wrong, but is definitely right? The highest ranked player I have out of all these guys this week is Jacoby Myers. And I don't think that's wrong at all. I'm going to go Jacoby and Tet if I got to pick 2. Would then go Rome, Pickens, Hollywood after that. But I do think it's close between the last 3. But I am going to go Jacoby and Tet there. Choose 2, Henderson, Javonte, Igbuka. I'm going Henderson and Igbuka this week. I think the matchup for Henderson is too good. I like Igbuka's upside again. But those are the 2 I'm going to go. Let's see. Trevor, let's answer your question. Trevor, I got to say, Trevor, for you guys that don't know, is one of our faithful over on Twitter. Makes my heart warm every time I see his retweet or like on our tweets every single day. So Trevor, I want to thank you for that. Pat or May, and then Kayshawn or Rome. So I'm going to go Rome and I'm going to go Pat is the way I'm going to go there. Which sucks because I like May and Kayshawn a lot. I just like the other 2 a little bit better. So I shouldn't say it sucks, but that's the way I'm going to go. Brian, of course, thank you for asking the question. Liam, I don't know if non-PPR necessarily matters, but I will take. Let's consult the rankings. Which again, I don't want to keep saying this. I'm not trying to sell you on it, but we do have them for free over on our Discord, so you can go check them out. I have Dak at 7 and Drake May at 9, so that's kind of where I'm coming from for that. So I am going to go with Dak this week, but just slightly. Should I risk Bauer or Warren? So this is a really good question, right? Because Bowers does feel truly 50-50. They say he should play, but it's Monday night, could be a late scratch. If you're in this case where you can choose between 2, I'm probably going to go Warren this week. But you kind of have to make the decision, and it depends on who your tight end of. Should I risk? Because obviously Bowers has wide receiver 1/1 upside as a tight end, or do I just take the for sure points? If it's like this, where you have a guy like Warren who also has good upside, I'm going to take Warren and just play it safe. Alrighty. Deckers, JMO, or Sutton. I'm going to go with JMO on this one, but it's very well, right? Am I going JMO? No, I'm not. I lied. I don't even know my own rankings. I have Sutton ranked 3 spots higher than JMO. So I'm going to go Sutton on that one. I lied. I'm going to trust my rankings here because I do put some work into those. Playing against Indy, JMO playing against Chicago. Yeah, I am going to go Sutton on that one this week. Decker, you're welcome. Thank you for your question, my guy. Let's see. Justin Herbert or Dak. I got Justin 1 spot higher. J.K. Dobbins or Monty. I am going to go with... I got Monty higher than J.K. this week. Let's see. Brenton Strange or Jawan Johnson. I'm going to go Jawan over Brenton this week, but it is close. I'm going to trust in the usage that he got last week is where I'm coming from on that. Tet or Devontae and Travion or Hampton. I'm going to go Devontae over Tet and Hampton over Travion. Jack, thanks for your question. Um, Jackson, let's see, Kenneth Walker, Jacoby Myers, or Calvin Ridley. Man, I'm gonna go Jacoby as the start, and then I think I'm gonna lean Walker than Ridley this week. Is the way that I'm gonna go. Ram family, you're welcome. Thank you for the question. Nate, Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, or Jacoby Myers. I'm gonna go DK Jacoby. Or no, I am not. I'm gonna go Mike DK Jacoby. So actually, the same order that you got is the way that I would order those guys this week. Jawan Jennings or Devonta Smith. Start one Devonta Smith. I think for me that one's pretty easy. Let's see here. Pickens or Ridley. I got Pickens on this week. So I'm going to go Pickens there. Kamara, Ridley, or Pearsall. Give me Kamara. Let's see. May or Fields. I think I said I had Fields a little bit higher, right? Yes, I had Fields a little bit higher than May this week. Aaron Jones or J.K. Dobbins. I'm still going to go Aaron Jones. I have Aaron Jones a couple spots higher as well. Got CDs, so I'm going to choose two: Henderson, Javonte Williams, Javonte Williams, Egbuka. I'm going to go Henderson and Egbuka. I'm going to go with the rookies this week. Kane, you're welcome. Thank you for the question, my guy. Baker, Lawrence, or JJ McCarthy. I am going to go with, I got Baker as ranked the highest. Jack, when is the Nico jersey getting announced? Nico jersey is getting announced at 11:20. Again, you don't, if you do log off before then, right, you are still in the running. All you had to do is comment on one of our videos from this week or on this live stream on the Fellows page, not the Fellows Shorts page, the Fellows page, and be subscribed. And you can win the signed Nico jersey. Again, that'll be announced in 22 minutes. Just as a thank you for us hitting 5,000. Our goal now is 10,000. So we're on the way there. And we hope that you join us for the ride because we think we're putting out some pretty good content. So, yeah. Domi, you're welcome. Thank you for everything. Thanks for asking everything. Thanks for asking a question. I just blanked on what I was saying there. Captain, you're welcome as well. Ricardo over on Facebook, Sutton or Henderson this week. I'm going to go Sutton. Tet or Lad. I'm going to go Lad for. I'm feeling pretty good about going Lad there. Traded Bucky Irving for Jerry Judy Juwan, and Travion is that good. You did get a decent haul. It really is going to depend on how good Travion is. It really is. I think I'm still on the Bucky side, but I think it's close. And I think I'm still on the Bucky side here, but it's going to depend on good Travion. If Travion's good, Travion could be top 15, then he's probably a decent trade on your side, or top 12, excuse me, for Travion. But he's got to be able to get there, which he definitely could do. Pacheco or ETN, I'm going ETN this week. Nico or Chuba, I'm going to go Nico. I trust in Nico. Keep the faith there. Matt, Brenton or Jawan Jennings, give me Jawan. Ricky or Tet, I'm going to go with Tet. Dobbins or Monty, I'm going to go Monty. Devontae or Jonathan Taylor, I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor. I do want to reiterate to you guys, we have, if you want to, over on Underdog Fantasy, play $5, get 50 in bonus funds. All you got to do is use code FELLAS when you sign up. So I just don't want you to forget about that either. And make sure you're subscribed to the Fellas channel where our podcast is, so that you can be in on that Nico Collins signed jersey, because you're commenting anyway, so you're already doing the hard part. Now all you got to do is run over there and subscribe, and you'll be entered. And I'm going to get a text in about 15 minutes here to let me know who the winner is, and I will announce that. Baker or Kyler. I'm just such a Kyler guy, which is, bites me in the butt sometimes. So I'm going to stick with Kyler, but it is very close, and it's a lot closer than I want it to be. Pick 2 from the Rams family, Waddle. Oh, why do you got to do this to me? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Waddle, Hollywood, or QJ? Why are you making me say Hollywood and Q? Like, I feel like this is just an attack on me that you're gonna make me not say Waddle here because I can't trust the Miami Dolphins enough, and you're gonna make me say Hollywood and QJ. Rams family, if you say thank you, I'm not gonna say you're welcome because this is just a mean and rude question to ask. So I'm gonna go Hollywood Brown and QJ, but it is definitely gross. Sea Dog, why are you asking me kicker questions? Just pick one. Go Cam Little. It's a shot in the dark. So this is why I got rid of kickers in my fantasy league, but maybe that's just me. Hunter Henry, Jake Ferguson. Let me consult the rankings again. Free over on our Discord. We're 3,700 strong over there, so make sure you go check it out. I got them back to back. I got Jake Ferguson 11, Hunter Henry 12. So I guess I'm going to say Ferguson, but it really is kind of a pick your flavor on that one. Even though I guess they're kind of the same flavor. Kenneth Walker or Travion Henderson. I'm going to go Travion. Sutton or Buka in standard. In standard, I'm going to go Sutton there. And then pick 2 in standard, Connor Cook, ETN. I'm going to go Connor and ETN for that one. Ricky Pearsall, Tet or Ridley. I'm going to go Tet and Ridley there. Trevor, thank you, my guy. Thank you. Like, I'm glad we can understand defense and kicker questions. Like, we're getting wild with this. Defense I can understand a little bit more, but kicker questions. Come on. Kicker question. Darian, of course, you're welcome. Thank you for asking your question. Donald, ETN or Jones, senior. I always forget Aaron Jones is a senior. I go ETN this week. I do. Keenan Allen or T-Mac. I'm gonna go with T-Mac, even though I love me some Keenan Allen. Maybe the most underrated receiver in the last decade. Dare I say? Oh, I said it. Just to make myself laugh. Pick one: Igbuka, Brown, Diggs, Pearsall, Pickens. Pick one: Igbuka. Donald, you're welcome, my guy. Ray, you're welcome. Harrison, Quinton, Diggs, Olave, Hollywood. Pick 2. I'm going to go Harrison and Olave. That's where I'm going to go this week is Harrison or Olave. Sports edits. Pick 3, Pollard, Keenan, Myers, Igbuka, Sutton, Hubbard. Give me Myers. Give me Sutton. And give me Hubbard. Igbuka is a close third to those, or close fourth. And then I'd go Pollard, then Keenan. But great options to pick from. So definitely not. I don't know if you can go wrong too much. Kane, you're welcome. Thank you for asking your questions today. Tony Pollard or Tyreek Hill on my flex. I'm going to go Tyreek still. I am. I'm going to trust one more week. I'm going to give it one more week, but it is scary to put him there. That is for sure. Ricky Pearsall, Quinton Johnson. I'm still going to go Ricky. In that one. Sports edits, you are welcome, my guy. May or Knicks. I got Drake May this week. Keon Coleman or Devontae Adams. Going Devontae there. Ricky Sutton or Jacoby at wide receiver. Give me Sutton. And then ETN or Henderson. I'm going to go ETN. I think there's more guaranteed volume for ETN this week. After this week, should I trade Tyreek Hill for Cortland Sutton? Let's see what the Miami offense looks like first. Because if it looks really bad, then you might not even be able to do that trade. If it looks like they're bouncing back, like they're going to be fine, then maybe you do want to keep Tyreek. So let's see what it looks like. MK, of course. Thank you for asking your question. Dwayne, you are welcome as well. Was Igbuka and Hampton for Bucky a good trade? I like it, actually. I like it a lot. I think a lot of people would say it's an overpay, but I personally like it. I'm not as high on Igbuka, and people are calling me a hater, so maybe I'm not the best person to ask, but I don't mind that one as well. Igbuka, T-Mac, or QJ. I'm gonna go T-Mac, Igbuka, then QJ. Swift or Moore. I'm going DJ Moore this week. Am I? Yes, I'm gonna go DJ Moore this week over Swift. Ken Walker or Hollywood Brown. Ken Walker. I'm going to stick with Ken Walker. Jacoby Myers or Tet in my flex. I'm going to go Tet over Jacoby. Which 2? Is this the real Thanos? Thanos? Hill, Coleman, Tyrone Tracy, or Ridley. Hill and Ridley are the two that I'm going to go with there. Myers or Metcalf or Ridley. Give me Metcalf. Hollywood or JMO over on Facebook. Matt, we're going to go with JMO. Omarion Hampton or Tony Pollard. I'm going to go Omarion Hampton. Omar. I keep saying Omarion, but it's Omarion. So I apologize, Mr. Hampton. I did not mean it. I promise. Travis Hunter or Olave is the question here. Lucas all over Travis Hunter this week, even with a little more defensive snaps. I'm back to back. I do have Travis Hunter 2 spots higher, so I will lean Travis Hunter there. Pickens or Myers? I'm going Myers over Pickens. Benjamin, of course. Matt, I like JMO better. I won't blame you if you do go Hollywood, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live with the decision. I think that's something that we should keep in mind as we're taking all of these. If I tell you something, you're like, I don't think that's right, and then it ends up not being right, and you're like, I should have done it, then maybe you should keep the guy in if you're really that close between the two. So you're welcome, my guy. Thank you for answering those questions. Juwan Johnson, Dalton Schultz, or Brenton Strange? I'm going Juwan Johnson. I'm going to trust in the usage last week. Aaron Jones or Montgomery. Played JCM on Thursday, but better days ahead. Hopefully. And, he's probably going to get to work because I got to say, I was really sad watching Austin Eckler tear his Achilles. He's been a lot of fun to watch, and the fact that could have been his last snap ever on an NFL field sucked. It was hard to watch. So I'm going to lean Aaron Jones in this situation, and hopefully, JCM does have better days to come. Unfortunately, it might be at the cost of getting to watch Austin Eckler again. Tony Pollard or DJ Moore? I'm going to go Tony Pollard here. Mason or Chubb? I'm going to go Mason. Fields or Dak? I am going to go Justin Fields. Remember, make sure you're subscribed to the Fellas page and make sure you're commenting on this video, because in, 12 minutes, we're going to be announcing the winner of the Nico Collins signed jersey that we are giving out. So make sure you are subscribed. Mason or Chubb? I did just answer this one. Now I'm going crazy. I had Mason, Okonkwo, or Hunter Henry. This one is one I'm going to consult my rankings because I don't have it clear in my head on who I would go. And as I am looking, Hunter Henry is where I'm going to go with this one. I'm still believing that he is a touchdown threat. Marv or Moore? I'm going to go Marv. Pickens or Hollywood? I lean Pickens slightly, but I do think that one is close. Full PPR. This one is a pick 2. Nick Chubb, Stephon Diggs, Travion Henderson. I'm going to assume Harold Pham or JT Sanders. Pick 2. Go Diggs and wait, is that Travion Henderson? Yeah, go Diggs and Henderson. Where's Ty and Lucas at today? Ty is doing our TikTok live, and Lucas is helping out the guys over at Fantasy Pros, actually doing a live for them right now. So they are not sleeping in. Unfortunately, I cannot make fun of them for being lazy. They're both doing something this morning, but you are stuck with me and only me today. Robert, of course, there's nothing I'd rather do. Well, that's a lie. There's a lot of things, but this is still fun for me, and I do enjoy it. I don't want to lie to you guys. Pick 1: Dylan Sampson, J.K. Dobbins, Ken Walker, Roma Dunze, or Devontae. I only get to pick one, then I'm going to go Devontae if I can only pick one of those guys. PPR, 2 flex spots: DJ, Waddle, Walker, Cup. I'm going to go DJ and Kenneth Walker. I want to say Waddle, but I can't trust Miami. So, Robert, you my dog. Trevor, you're my dog. Currently have DJ, Moore, and then decided between Waddle and Walker. Yeah, I'm going to go Walker. I want to say Waddle. I really do. I loved Walker, but or I loved Waddle, but can you trust my? Can we just say again, like, how gross Miami's offense was, guys? It was disgusting. It was really hard to watch. Tet, Travis, Hunter, and then Fannin or Ferguson. I'm going to go Fannin and Tet in this one. Jack Philly thinks he's winning the Nico jersey here in about 9 minutes. So I guess we'll see. Robert keeping it real. Hey, we're trying to, at least. That is the goal. Trying to keep it real. We'll see how much that happens. One more time, guys, I do want to just remind you, if you want to join in on the fun, fellas, over on Underdog Fantasy, play 5, you get $50 in bonus cash. I'll be throwing in a couple. Jordan Mason, anytime touchdown today. I'll be sprinkling a little bit. I got a video come out last night on the shorts page, on whether you're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. And just drop my picks for Sunday Night Football if you want to get in on that action. Sutton, Myers, Flowers for PPR. Bench one. I'm going to bench Flowers. I know after last week it's crazy, but I am going to bench Flowers out of those. 14-man full PPR. I have McBride as my tight end 1, and we run a double flex. I have Hollywood Brown as my other flex, and start other Juwan Johnson or DeAndre Swift. I'm going to go DeAndre. And in one like this, I'm going to lean the non-tight end, is typically if it's decently close. A little trade talk here. Lamar and CD for Burrow and Jamar. I would get Lamar and CD. I think I'm going to hold on. Oh, man, that one is tough. Because the question is here, how much? Because I think Lamar is going to outscore Burrow by a decentish amount just because of the rushing upside. It's just how much does Jamar continue to outscore CD by? I don't know. The way Dak looked, I feel more confident in CD. I haven't lost any confidence in Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase at all, but I think I'm going to take Lamar and CD in that one. But it's very close. So very close. Rest of the season, Dak or Fields. It's really hard not to go Fields. It is really hard not to go Fields just because of the rushing upside that we saw. Dak's probably a little bit safer, but I think I'm going to lean Fields there. Caleb Williams or Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to go Caleb. Yeah, I'm going to go Caleb in this one. But it's definitely close. I just think Trevor didn't inspire me. Caleb at least gave me some flashes where I think it could be fun and he could put up some decent fantasy points. Javonte or Omarion. I keep saying it wrong. It's Omar. Like to see Omarion Hampton. I'm going to go Omarion Hampton. Hollywood Brown, Tyrone Tracy. Give me Hollywood there. Dak and CD to the moon this week? I think so. CD's got a really good track record against the New York Giants. So I think I'm going to go that way. I think I'd say to the moon. Lucas said they were going to go nuclear in one of his last videos. So I definitely don't hate that. George Pickens or DJ Moore. I'm going to go Pickens. Pickens over. Let me look at the rankings one more time. Pickens is wide receiver 28. DJ Moore is wide receiver 29. Ooh. So I'm going to go Pickens, but it's very close. Niners or Cards defense. Cardinals got Arizona. Arizona. Cardinals got Carolina, and San Francisco has New Orleans. I'm gonna go the Niners D, but it's close. I hate answering defensive questions. I think we're way too high on Hampton because of Harris. So I was originally concerned with this as well. However, my one thing with that is Hampton still played in all the clutch time or crunch time spots last week, whereas guys like Trey Harrison see the field, other rookies. So I think they trust Hampton. I'm still rolling with Hampton until I kind of see a reason not to. Ryan, you are welcome. Henderson or Swift in non-PPR, then I'm going to go Swift in this case because I do think most of Henderson's value this week is going to come from receiving work. Trey, Fannin or Ingram? I'm going to still lean Evan Ingram, but I do think Harold fan has to be climbing up those charts a little bit. Jerry Judy or Jalen Warren. I'm going to go Jerry Judy there. I'm going to go Jerry. Jalen Warren is my sit of the week. I just don't really trust with the way that Kenny Gainwell was utilized last week that he's going to get enough work for it to be worth it. Guys, in 4 minutes, we are going to announce the winner of the Nico Collins signed jersey. So make sure that you have subscribed to the Fellas page and have comment. Well, if you are commenting, asking questions, then you're already signed up for it as long as you are subscribed to the channel. So we shall see 5,230 subscribers over there. Awesome place to be. Should I drop Caleb Johnson? Let's give it one more week. If we get similar utilization as last week, then yes, for sure a drop. But I think let's give it one more week to just see if they're going to try to use him at all. Because if it was like last week, then yeah, he's for sure a drop. Ricky Pearsall and Ridley over QJ. Yes, that is where I'm at right now. Do you think Fannin could be the tight end one over David, or are they going to split? I think they're going to split, and it's going to be annoying all year long because you're just going to feel like if it was just one of them, that the fantasy output would be awesome. So I think it's going to be a little annoying, unfortunately. Kyle Pitts, Evan Ingram. I'm a Pitts believer. I am. I'm ready to get hurt. I have Kyle Pitts ranked one spot higher. Let's answer this one after this next week, because we really got to see, like, is it just injury? Is it the usage? What actually is going on with Ken Walker? So I wouldn't move him yet. Drop May and add Fields. You can go either way. I have Fields ranked higher this week, but I really do like May, so I think you go either way with that one. Sutton or Tet. I got Sutton ranked a spot higher than Tet, so that's where I am with him. Myers or Pittman. I got Jacoby Myers. Odunze or Devonta Smith. Give me Rome. Is it bad to start both Hawkinson and Pitts? I would try to find someone to start over Pitts, but you could go both. Travion or DeAndre Swift. I lean Travion. Lamar or Allen. Well, if you're really in that spot, that's pretty wild. I'm going to go Josh Allen. He's my quarterback one this week. Devonta Smith or Hollywood Brown. I go Devonta. Tyler Warren or David Njoku. I go Tyler Warren. And Harold Fannin or Pat Fryer. Oh, not Fannin Loveland or Pat Fryermuth. I'm going to go Fannin this week. All right, guys. Well, I hope you are signed up or subscribed, not signed up, subscribe to the channel, because any second now I'm going to be getting a text letting me know who our winner is for this week. Week's Nico Collins jersey. We're going to look into doing some more giveaways. Obviously, this giveaway this week was for hitting 5,000 subscribers. If we go up and hit 10,000, we're going to give away something even bigger than a Nico Collins signed jersey. But we're going to look at doing some more giveaways in the future. We had over 250 comments this week, so quite a lot of you entered in. But yeah, let's see. All right, I got the text right here. So our winner of the Nico Collins jersey is William Cherny. I don't know if he's on the live right now, but William Cherny, congratulations. You have won the Nico Collins jersey. We will be in contact with you to figure out where to send that. Again, if you didn't win, we had 250 people in it right now. So we will be hopefully doing more soon. How many followers are we at right now? Right now we're upwards. We had almost 250 new subs in this last week. So in the last month, we're up over 750 subs. So we are flying hopefully we can make that march up to 10K. I know we're in contacts with a couple different brands of maybe helping out with some of these giveaways in the future. So definitely some exciting stuff happening here. But again, William Cherny, we will be in contact with you as you are the winner of our Nico Collins signed jersey. All right, I got about 9 more minutes before I got to hop off today, so I'll try to answer the rest of your questions so that we can crush in week 2. Let's start with Evans, Collins, or Mims. Evans and Collins. Ken Walker or JMO. I'm gonna go JMO here. Caleb Williams or Drake May. Give me Drake May. Dak or Kyler. I got Dak. Choose one. Chubby Hubbard. Ooh, Chuba Hubba. Kenneth Walker, Jerry Jeudy, or Travis Hunter. Give me Hubbard and Walker. I'm actually going to go with here slightly over Travis Hunter. And then Jeudy. Rams family, you're welcome. I don't remember what you're saying thank you for. It's been so long since I answered your question last, but you're welcome. I have someone wanting to trade. Ooh, can't even see my face anymore. It's been so long. Barkley for Henry and Keenan Allen. Should I do it? I have Barkley. I'm going to stick with Barkley on that one. I think it's a very close trade, but I'm going to stick with Barkley. Also, should I sit JMO for Hollywood, Tillman, or Allen? And if I end up doing the trade, I'm going to still start JMO over those. And then I'm going to go Juwan Johnson over David Njoku. Trevor, thank you, my guy. Again, thank you for all the support. Austin, glad to have you part of the fellowship. I know Lucas came up with it. It's a little cheesy, but we're going to try and roll with it. The fellowship. Giovanni, you are welcome as well. Mua over on Facebook, Dak or Herbert. I got Herbert this week. Was it bad to drop Dak and pick up Herbert? No, I don't think it was bad. I have Herbert higher, and I think if he continues to play like he did, you're going to be pretty happy with that. Odunze or Devontae Adams. Give me Devontae. May or Geno. Give me May. Full PBR, flex, James Cook, Igbuka, ETN, Metcalf, Ridley, or Hollywood. I'm going to go Metcalf, then ETN, then Igbuka, then Cook, then Ridley, and then Hollywood Brown. The first 4, Metcalf, ETN, Igbuka, James Cook, all extremely close. So I think you could really go anyway with that. Diggs or Hollywood Brown. I'm going to go Hollywood Brown here. Diggs just didn't look full health, unfortunately. Eric, you are welcome. Thank you for the question. Dan over on Facebook. Ridley or Olave. I'm going to go with Ridley. I am going to go with Ridley. Lou, good to see you, my guy. Devonta Smith or DeAndre Swift. I'm going to go Devonta Smith. That guy. Ooh, no. Little voice crack. We're losing it. That guy, you're welcome. Starting flex, Quentin Johnson, Charbonnet, or Calvin Ridley. I'm going to go Calvin Ridley. I am going to go Calvin Ridley there. Let's see. Collins or Neighbors? Are you in like a 2-man league that you have to make a decision like that? I got Neighbors slightly higher than Collins, but barely. I'm both top 7 in my rankings right now. So start both. Swift or Ridley? Give me Ridley. Myers or James Conner? I'm going to lean James Conner. I know it was a little disappointing last week, but juicy matchup. I would honestly try to start both. After Tucker Kraft's amazing week, what should I do with him once Kittle is back? Well, let's see what the next 3 weeks hold, right? You're holding them from right now. So, yeah, let's see. Baseball shorts, you've been here. You've been through it all. So glad to see that you're staying. And hopefully in the future, you are one of the winners of one of our giveaways. But thank you for 3 years now. That's crazy. Crazy work. Dalton Kincaid or Jonnu Smith. Let's go Dalton Kincaid. Full PBR start 2, DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, or Jacoby Myers. I'm going Jacoby Myers and Javonte there. DJ Moore, Javonte in the flex. I'm going to go DJ Moore. Amon-Ra, James Cook, but you go Saquon and T. Ooh, no. Keep Saquon and T. Higgins. I think that one For me, I'm definitely keeping Saquon and T. Higgins there. Tillman or Smith. I'm going to assume Devonta Smith. If so, I'm going to go Devonta Smith. Jordan Mason or Aaron Jones. I got Aaron Jones one spot higher still. I think he's going to get enough receiving work, but very close. Dobbins or Diggs. Give me Diggs. All right, guys, we got about 3 minutes, so we'll go rapid fire through these last questions. I know Ty said last week that we're going to rapid fire, and then we did not actually rapid fire. I will actually rapid fire right now, so just fire them off, and I'll answer them as they come through. Warren, Henderson, Moore. I'm going to go Henderson there. Hunter Henry, Travis Kelsey. Mike Evans or JMO. Give me Mike Evans. Just answer this one. Wow. Kincaid or Jawan Johnson. I got Jawan Johnson over Cade right now. Bench one. Ricky is the one I'm benching. Definitely starting Drake London, Nico Collins, Marvin Harrison. So definitely benching Ricky there. Dak or Knicks. Give me Dak. May or Herbert. I'm going to go Herbert. Adams, Moore, or Igbuka. I go Adams, Igbuka. DJ Moore. You're welcome, MK9. DJ Moore or Tet McMillan. Give me Tet McMillan. Warren or Tillman. Oof. Man, I can't rapid fire this one. I got to see where my rankings are at. How far down? I'm going to go Tillman. I am. Start one, flex, full PPR, Alvin Kamara, Mike Evans, or Keenan Allen. I'm going to go Kamara. No, I'm going to go Mike Evans. Going to go Mike Evans there. Should I start Kenneth Walker? Depends who you're starting him over. Sampson, Coleman, or Jawan Johnson, final flex spot. I'm going to go Coleman. Curtis, of course, you are welcome. Caleb Williams or Bo Nix. Give me Caleb Williams. Brian Thomas Jr., Genty, or London. I'm going to go Brian Thomas and London should be in your lineup for sure. I would not take them out. I don't know if there's, unless you have like Jamar Chase, CD, and Puka on your team, I'm keeping London and BTJ in there for sure. Penix or Geno, I'm going to go Geno. Njoku or Kincaid, give me Kincaid. Got 1 minute left, guys, so I'm going to log off. So thank you again for asking your questions. Again, congrats to William Cherney. I think I'm saying that right. For winning the Nico Collins signed jersey. We'll be in contact with you very soon. And hopefully we'll have some more giveaways for you guys coming up. Thomas over on Facebook. Mason, Adams, Evan, or Judy for the last flex spot. I'm going to go Evans. There, Devonta Smith or Keon Coleman. Going Devonta Smith. Would you play Tillman or Pearsall? I'm going to go Tillman. No, I'm not. That was a complete lie. I'm going to go Pearsall. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm getting tired now, guys. Kincaid or Pitts? I'm going to go Pitts. And then the last question, Juju or Wan'Dale Robinson? I am going to go Wan'Dale Robinson. Well, again, guys, thank you. If I did not get to your question, make sure you go check out our Discord. Otherwise, go to run the TikTok right now where Tyler is live. And he is answering questions for at least the next 15, maybe 20 minutes. So go check out our TikTok if you need more questions from him. Otherwise, go to our Discord where you can check out our rankings. And make sure you subscribe to the Fellas YouTube page for future giveaways. All right, guys, good luck in week 2, and we will catch you all later. Deuces.